Hi, everybody. I'm Joanna Hennon, and I want to talk to you today about how no matter what you're working on in your business, no matter what kind of big project that you're stepping into, you can always find a reason to quit. There will always be a good reason to quit. There will always be something happening that you could use to stop doing what you're doing and to do something else. So the only way to deal with that is not to kind of go into, despair of this is not working, but to check in with yourself and see if this, whatever you're working on, if that is still something that you wish to choose. So to think about the alternative, to think about what it would be like to quit and what that would mean, and if that's really what you want to choose. So, my example has to do with the No Limits European event that I'm co-hosting. And in the preparations for this event, so it's happening in March. So this is still January, so we have a way to go still. But we started talking about it in October or November, I think. Certainly by November 1st. And we, in that space of time, Karina Leigh and I, my co-host, we had loads of reasons to quit, to stop, to say, oh, you know what, forget it. We're just not going to do this. We had a speaker pull out very, very early on in the process, and this was a very emotional experience. For me specifically, that was a great reason to quit, right? We could have easily taken that as a sign that we shouldn't be doing it at all. Um, we had a really slow start as well. So we were talking about the event a lot, but it was so far in advance that people just weren't booking, and nobody books in November for something that happens in March. And we kind of just weren't expecting that. So when we were dealing with that as it was happening, when we were, every day deciding to keep going, to keep talking about it, to keep inviting people, right? No, people weren't responding. We could have easily said, okay, this is a sign, right? This is a sign for us not to do it at all. Let's just forget it. Um, Brussels was shut down because of a possible terrorist attack smack in the middle of our big early bird campaign. This could have been, really a big sign that we shouldn't do this at all. That is just not the right timing, that something's off. We could have easily taken that path out of what we were doing and just said, forget it. Clearly, the universe doesn't want us to do this. So let's quit. And honestly, even though like in retrospect, it looks really clear that all these reasons could have been good reasons to quit, I can tell you that I didn't see them at all. And we were, when Karina and I spoke in December, we said something about, we have to recommit to this. And I remember thinking, oh my God, but I never even considered quitting. So that was interesting as well, because it just always felt like it needed to be done and organized, and there was no quitting about it. But if I was looking for a reason, if I was getting cold feet, if I was starting to doubt the path, it would have been really, really easy to opt out, to stop, to quit. And that's I think a lesson that can be used for anything in your business, in your life too. If there's something that scares you, you will always find a good reason not to do it. So the only way to deal with that and make sure that you stay on the right path, a path that is true to you and your higher self and your inner wisdom and your fulfillment, your success, is to check in with yourself and see if it's still the right thing for you, and consider the alternative. So for me, what would it look like if we did opt out of this project and didn't run No Limits? It doesn't feel good, that option. This is something that Karina and I really feel is needed in Europe. This event, this gathering. It's a gathering of like-minded souls. And we feel it's needed. So it's kind of not an option to quit. And I think you'll find that with, some of the stuff that you're running, that you're planning, you will find the same. When you feel into it, you might find that it's easy to, it would be easy to quit, but actually when you think about quitting and stopping, it's not really an option for you. You want to go ahead no matter what. So I encourage you to do that instead of, going into, okay, this is definitely not right, the universe doesn't want me to, etc., etc. Keep your power, feel into what's happening, and consider the alternative. So that's it. I hope that helps you in some way. I'm really glad that Karina and I are running this event and that we didn't quit. And if you're in Europe in March, then I hope to see you there. The link is under the video. All right, bye.